Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to show you some targets on Bitcoin. Okay. All right. Let's hide the fibs quickly, and then I'll show you the targets I have for Bitcoin. Okay. Look at this. So Bitcoin, very scammy move here, which is good because it's telegraphing a potential future play. All right. So what did Bitcoin do yesterday? We raided the highs from the previous all-time high push, basically faked everybody out on a breakout to grab liquidity, and then nuked straight back down. We had this little scam wick right here. Okay. So you basically in this same candle, or in this candle, pumped all the way up, had the highest weekly close in Bitcoin history. Okay. So we had the highest weekly close on Bitcoin in all-time history. Why? Because look, weekly close was at 104,000 here. Weekly close was down in here. This was the next highest weekly close, which was at 102,695. So the highest weekly close previous, was this one right here at 104,000. On Sunday, yesterday, we just had the new highest weekly close ever on Bitcoin, which was 106.5. So we rated these highs, and then we also wicked up after that weekly close, wicked up into here and rated all these highs except for this one and this one, and then nuked back down to basically liquidate late longs. Okay. This is super bullish. Why? Well, it's the highest weekly close of all time. Where's the RSI? Not overbought. Okay. This is why I'm confident in this move. Look at how overbought RSI was over here when this was actually the local top. Look at how high RSI was overbought here on this huge pump from October 23rd. We went up only for 6 months. Up only for 6 months. Super overbought. Dip right back down into it. Super overbought. Okay. And then we cooled off for 8 months. Super overbought right here. Then we cooled off. Well, on this weekly move, we cooled off. We came all the way back down into here, which was confluent with this move. Look at that. So last time, we were super overbought, cooled all the way down right into this range right here, okay, in the RSI, weekly RSI. So weekly RSI, we do this 8-month reaccumulation range, okay, and look what happens. We come right back down to this level. Overbought, we cool off for 4 or 5 months, and then look what happens. We come right down into the same range, even a little bit lower before we get our bounce. Here's where we're at on the weekly RSI. We still haven't had this aggressive overbought on the weekly. What does that tell me? Still room for this, which this would be our move up to 140, 150,000 Bitcoin. You see how it's confluent there? Came back down to the same level after cooling off. Then we got a pump all the way back up to new all-time highs. Okay. So what I was saying here, okay? So basically my point was, is this weekly RSI is not in this overbought territory where we've had tops before, okay? Where we've had tops before, the RSI was hugely overbought, okay? Boom, super overbought, cooled all the way off into this region, which was over this 8-month reaccumulation range during the summertime of 2024. Overbought again, top out right here, come back right back down into the same level, even lower actually, even lower on this nuke right here, okay? So we come back up into here. We're still not overbought. This is my point. We're still not overbought on the weekly. So to me, that says, okay, if this is really another leg up higher, then we're going to get into this highly overbought green zone on Bitcoin again before we start to top out and pull back. Well, we haven't gotten there, so let's go higher. Let's go higher, baby. Come on.